Two coworkers clock in at the same office, earning the exact same salary. 10 years later, one of them has a real investment portfolio and the other one has a stack of payments and nothing saved. Same paycheck. Opposite lives. The only thing that separated them was a handful of quiet daily habits, and by the end of this I'll have handed you all 10 in the order you should actually build them. Let's kill one myth before we start. Frugal doesn't mean cheap. Cheap is buying the worst version of something just to save a buck. Frugal is spending hard on what you genuinely value and ruthlessly cutting what you don't. That difference is the whole game. And wealth almost never comes from one big win, a raise, an inheritance, a lottery ticket. It's built from small, repeatable choices stacked on autopilot for years, so let's stack them, one at a time. The first habit, and the foundation everything else sits on, is paying yourself first. The moment money lands, root a slice straight into savings before you can touch it. Most people save whatever's left at the end of the month, and surprise, nothing's ever left. Flip the order. Make it invisible with an automatic transfer the day after payday. You'll never miss what you never see in checking, and just like that, willpower becomes a system. Systems beat willpower every single time. Once that pipe is running, add a speed bump to your spending. Put a rule on yourself. Anything over $100 waits 24 hours, and big purchases wait a full week. Most impulse buys quietly die during that wait. The craving fades, the cash stays, and half the stuff you almost grabbed you won't even remember tomorrow. The thrill was the chase, not the thing. Let the timer say no for you. With your spending slowed down, turn to the single biggest leak in most budgets, which is food bought ready-made. Restaurant and delivery markups can run 3 to 5 times the grocery cost. Cooking just a few extra meals a week quietly hands you back hundreds of dollars a month. You don't have to become a chef. You just have to close the gap between the kitchen and the takeout app a little more often. Next, look at what you drive, because a car is where fortunes quietly leak away. A new car loses thousands the second it rolls off the lot. Wealthy people tend to buy reliable used cars and keep them running for years. A car payment is often the second biggest bill a household carries, so killing it or keeping it small frees up hundreds a month to invest. Compound that gap for a decade, and the number is staggering. Wheels are transport, not a personality. Now hunt down the charges hiding in plain sight, your subscriptions. Streaming services, apps, gym memberships you forgot existed. $9 here, $15 there, all designed to slide right under your radar. Add them across a year and you're often staring at $1,000 vanishing for things you barely touch. Pull up every recurring charge and cancel anything you didn't consciously use this month. Here's a pattern interrupt before we go further because it flips everything you've been told. Spending more can actually be the frugal move. Cheap boots that fall apart cost you more than good boots that last 10 years. So buy quality once instead of junk twice on the things you use every single day. Frugal isn't about always paying less, it's about paying for what lasts. The next habit is the one that quietly sabotages high earners, and it's lifestyle creep. Every raise tempts you to upgrade everything at once. But if your spending climbs as fast as your income, you'll feel broke forever no matter how much you make. The trick wealthy people use is simple. When a raise hits, pretend it never happened. Funnel most of it straight into savings and investments. You already lived fine on less, so let your future self quietly pocket the difference. To steer any of this, you need to see it, which brings us to tracking your money. You can't fix what you can't see. Spend 2 minutes a day or 1 hour a week just looking at where it actually went. You don't need a fancy app or a finance nerd spreadsheet. Attention alone shrinks dumb spending fast. It's the cheapest budgeting tool there is. There's one more habit that loosens the whole budget, and it's finding free fun on purpose. Joy doesn't require a receipt. Hiking, libraries, home game nights, free community events. Most overspending isn't about needs, it's about chasing a feeling. Build cheap or free sources of real joy, and the expensive habits lose their grip while your savings rate climbs on its own. And now the quiet giant, the habit that turns all the others into actual wealth. Invest the gap every single time. Frugality without investing is just hoarding. Take every dollar these habits free up and put it to work in low-cost index funds so it compounds while you sleep. Want the proof this works? Look at the famous Millionaire Next Door research on self-made millionaires. Most of them don't drive luxury cars or live in mansions. They live below their means and invest the difference, boringly and relentlessly. The people who look rich are often drowning in debt. The people who actually are rich often look completely ordinary. Wealth is what you don't see, the car's not bought and the dinner's cooked at home. And the math is friendlier than you'd think. Investing $500 a month at a 7% average return based on historical markets can grow past $1 million over 40 years. That's frugality quietly becoming freedom. So how do you use all 10 without burning out by Friday? You don't slam them all down on day one. Pick one, master it, then stack the next. Slow is fast here. To make it real, do 3 things this week. Set 1 automatic transfer to savings, even $20, because the point is building the pipe, not the size of the first drop. Cancel 1 subscription today, just 1, while you're thinking about it, and that single click can save you over $100 a year. Then cook 2 extra meals at home instead of ordering out, notice what you didn't spend, and move that exact amount straight into your investing account. Watch the loop close. You didn't budget harder or suffer more, you built 3 small systems that run quietly in the background. That's the whole game. Wealth isn't about discipline, it's about removing the need for it. And listen, you're allowed to enjoy your money. Frugal living isn't a vow of misery, it's choosing where your dollars go on purpose instead of wondering where they went. Spend freely on what you love and cut hard everywhere else. Don't let anyone shame you for being careful either. The same people mocking your packed lunch will be asking you for a loan in 10 years. None of these habits are dramatic, and that's exactly why they work. Drama burns out. Boring repeats. The gap between the broke high earner and the rich average earner was never income, it was habits, and you control every one of them right now at any salary. Money is mostly just behavior wearing a math costume. Fix the behavior and the math takes care of itself. So before you go, be honest with me. Of these 10 habits, which is the one you've been quietly avoiding? Name it in the comments, because saying it out loud is genuinely the first step to fixing it. And tell me what you want me to break down next, or which money habit you think I left off this list. If even one idea here felt worth trying, give the video a like. It really does help the channel grow, and subscribe so the next lesson finds you. Now go pick your one habit and start it today.